The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Audio Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I think I wanted to do a show this morning because yesterday I was on Sharon Reviews' channel. Great channel, by the way, lovely. Sharon Reviews and Charmin, and you know these ladies always challenge O'Neill. People challenge O'Neill in the audience as well. Miss T is a great challenge as well. Brenda will challenge O'Neill. You know, Yolanda will challenge O'Neill. Nancy will challenge O'Neill. Tina, Angela Powell, all of y'all challenge O'Neill all the time, right? And I want y'all to know this. We're on a journey together, okay? We're on this journey together. We're on this journey of learning together. So what I've done is I've used my great friend ChatGPT and I've tried to cite some sources. So let's work at that. And so we tried to use the Dalton scenario. We plugged in the Dalton scenario to try to get a better read on what's going on. And if Amber's lawyer is giving her the best advice right now. That's what we did. So these were the things that Amber's lawyer told. Let's try to remind ourselves what Amber's lawyer told her when it came to Dave. Because that seemed to be the big kicker right now, right? Plus we have things with Anthony as well. The big kicker is what Amber's lawyer told her. Let's refresh our memory. What did the lawyer say to Amber as far as Dave is concerned?
Okay, and so what if Anthony finds out about this alleged situation?
If he finds out, that's fine. You're legally separated. When you file, you're legally separated. As long as you and Anthony are not intimate, you're fine.
Oh no, we're not. We are not intimate whatsoever.
All right, so the lawyer says that you guys are fine. As long as you're legally separated, you guys are fine. She keeps on that particular point. We say, all right, we're not sure. But nonetheless, that's what the lawyer said. This is what the Amber fans are arguing, that the lawyer is saying that, right? Because, of course, that's what's going on. And again, this is not a bashing session. This is not a bashing session. Let me say that we're just talking, okay? That's number one. Number two, this is not a video for legal advice. If you need legal advice, you need to get a lawyer. O'Neill is just bringing up some facts and some points, and we're trying to discuss this objectively. That's it. Let's go.
So I am legally separated.
You are legally separated.
And I can date or see who I want.
You may date and see who you want. I would do it respectfully and in moderation, meaning I would come home at a decent hour. I wouldn't stay out all night. I wouldn't remove all my things from the house.
All right. So let's start with the first question. Has Amber broken any of the rules the lawyer set? Let's ask that question. Yes or no? Has she broken any rules yet? In your mind, has she broken any rules yet? So the lawyer tell her not to stay out. The lawyer tell her that, she would do it set. Now listen to how the lawyer word all of this. The lawyer saying, well, I wouldn't change anything at all. That's what the lawyer is saying.
I wouldn't make any major changes.
The lawyer said don't make any major changes. Don't make any major changes. In other words, don't change anything at all. Just be a normal self. So let me ask y'all this. Has Amber made any major changes? She said Amber need to not make any major changes. Yes or no? Don't worry, I have some clips. Someone said, Dion says, yes. Yes, she has. Hello, everyone. Let Brittany live and Amber get her just due. So it will be a lesson. A lesson. Marriage is not a windfall. And y'all can comment when you're ready, friends, because we're talking about this. We're going to discuss the topic. Has she made any major changes? If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that so people can know we're on. We're chit-chatting today. We're just talking. Relax. Staying out all night. Has she made any major changes? Tina says yes. Out all night. That's a major change based on what the lawyer said. Okay. So I'm glad y'all mentioned this, right? That's one aspect. That's one aspect. We're going to farm a case. What people don't understand is or see is that it's all about the backfire and Amber. It's the reason the writers did what they did. It meant for Amber to get caught. That's what they're missing. No, I'm sorry about that. Miss T, this is all for you. You made me have to go research. And Miss T, I have some things for you. So look at what the lawyer said. She mustn't make any major changes at all. None of those pieces. All right. That's one set of advice, okay? Let's put this down. Don't worry, I have something up for y'all today. Don't worry yourself, friends. We're going to talk. Trust me, we're going to talk. This is Anthony's lawyer. Let's listen to Anthony's lawyer because all of this data going to matter when we start talking. All of this is going to matter. Anthony's lawyer came over to him and listen what she said, right? No, Miss T, I'm glad you're here because trust me, you have to make sure that, you're needed. You're needed. So Anthony's lawyer said this.
I really don't know what to do.
So she's entitled to 50-50. At this point, I have not heard from her lawyer, but
All right. So Amber's lawyer Anthony's lawyer right off the cuff says she's entitled to 50-50. Now, they're playing skit law and then them play Georgia law at the same point. And I will show you what I'm saying to you. Is she automatically entitled to 50-50? So I think Wayne Channel may have dropped the ball on this. I don't know. I don't know why you guys didn't get the notification. I'm so sorry. The person who didn't get it. Is she automatically entitled to 50-50? The answer you should give me is it depends. That's the answer you should give me. It depends. The Skitland, this lawyer says automatically. Right? So she sided with the other people them. Don't worry yourself. The answer should be it depends. The answer is it depends. In other words, on which law. That's what I'm learning. It depends. But again, nonetheless, let's keep going.
just say let's wait and see. Let's wait it out. You don't have to agree to 50-50. If she wants to fight this thing, she'll probably end up running out of money. So I say we just wait it out.
Wait it out. Like, you think that's a good idea? Like, but 50-50, you gotta understand, like, I've amassed everything by myself.
All right. So another thing that they're giving as a nugget is that, this is what Anthony is saying. Anthony is saying he got most of his wealth before the marriage. Correct. Thank you very much. That's why it depends. Thank you very much, Miss T. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what he's saying. He got most of his wealth before the marriage. I'm trying to use this storyline to say exactly if we can learn something. This is what he's saying. Him get most of the stuff before in marriage. Sounds like it, but Anthony's lawyer gave no stipulations. O'Neill is at again, I see. Depends. Georgia's an equitable distribution state. That means the marital assets and debts are divided in a way that is deemed fair and not equitable, which means they may not result in 50-50. That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss T, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, she has broken all the rules. Yes. Okay. Somebody say yes. Somebody say okay. Margot, they're trying us. Misty, I didn't get a notification either. I apologize about that, friends. Generation says Generational wealth says Amber isn't telling the lawyer what she's been doing. So the lawyer is telling her what she can get because of what Amber is telling her. But Amber is leaving out stuff like what she took back. She took Ant back, and I don't know if the lawyer knows that. Listen to these things. Amber gained from the marriage. Ant hasn't lost money because of Amber and her family. As I said yesterday, Anton and Amber are one in the same about now. That's fine. We know them both in the same, but we're trying to see if we can learn something. I get that piece too. So, good afternoon, Stephanie. So that was another piece of the puzzle. Hold on. Hold on. Let's bring up back our good friend Brittany. You remember her? Let's bring up Brittany. Let's bring up Brittany and listen to what Brittany said. You guys remember Brittany? Do you remember Brittany? Do you remember? Do you remember Brittany? I'm sure you do. I'm facetious in asking. It's a rhetorical question. O'Neill, you know if they appear in court that a judge would give her more than 50 because of... Hold on. I'm not there yet. Because I'm about to get into you with this heckling. Don't worry. Keep that comment right there, so. I have something for you. I have something for you. Listen to Brittany. Eklund, listen to Brittany.
So you think for 5 seconds, if Anthony gets a thought in his mind that you might be dealing with somebody, that he won't go have somebody do investigations on you? That's crazy.
And you think a judge won't see my side? Anthony had a whole baby, a whole relationship, our entire marriage. So even if I was dating somebody, the divorce papers are filed, baby.
Yes,
so,
that's not the point. You don't do this for a living. I do this for a living. At the end of the day, this is a no-fault state. But we need Anthony's adultery and what he's done to get you more assets. So if you're doing stuff and get caught, that's going to mess you up. Don't mess up my work.
Now, this was when we had some real gems because Brittany was dropping bombs. This was when we had some real gems because Brittany was dropping bombs. She wasn't playing any games. So O'Neill said, you know what, friends? And Misty, I did look at the business thing. It says that if they can investigate it. So it's very cloudy. It depends on how it look. This is what it was. You remember this. Do you guys remember when Brittany spoke to her before? Listen to the two things then. So let me ask y'all a question. Does Brittany and Amber's new lawyer sound the same? Because the new lawyer sound like she don't really care or whatever the deal is, right? The new lawyer sounds like she don't care. And Brittany sounded like she cared. I'm just asking you, do they sound the same? Because me want to know if them sound the same to you. I can play you back the new lawyer and I can play you back Amber. Brittany is saying, listen to me, we don't want to see the Victor in the picture at all. The new lawyer saying, we don't care if you have whatever it is, just don't, just do it in your moderation and just don't come in late in the night and whatever the deal is. There you go. Eklund, that's what you must tell me, that the writers are trying to change the rules. That's what you must tell me. I don't mind that, We are having a blessed Sunday, Ozzy. It's a lovely Sunday because we get a chance to look into this. And yes, hello, Charmaine. I'm doing this because of y'all. Listen to how Brittany sound and listen to how the new lawyer sound. Listen to all the two of them sound, and that's why we're questioning the new lawyer. That's all. Listen what Brittany just said just now. All right. I'm glad we have found somewhat of a meeting place. So what O'Neill did was, O'Neill said, you know what, let's try to see if we can get the help of AI to get something. So what I did was, so them play a skit last sometime. That's what we're saying. That's what I was saying, Charmaine. Them play skit laws sometime and sometime them play the new law. Them play the two laws them. Because the thing about The thing about Anthony cannot put her out is real law. So sometimes they play both laws. And what I try to get y'all to understand is they play both law. Both law. Them play skit law and real law. They play both laws. Both laws. So we can't say them play skit law. Them play both of the laws. Both laws. How we know this? Let me exactly. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to do. To think both ways. That's what I've been trying to get people to do. To think on both levels. All right, so let's work at this now. So look at the question I asked AI. Look at the question that we asked AI. We said, AI, answer us this question. We're going to use this and we're going to talk to get a framework. Let's work on this. We're going to talk based on this. I got married, then I cheated and had a baby with the mistress. My wife finds out and files for a divorce. This was me talking. This is a story. We reconciled and she did not go through with the divorce. That's the story, right? We renewed our wedding vows. My wife one day decided to file for a divorce and wants 50% of all the marital assets. But I never cheated again. Before the marriage, I had $10 million, there you go, in net worth, and my wife had $1 million. I'm just giving a scenario, friends. These aren't the real numbers. We're just trying to see if we can get something out of this to learn something. We both made about 20% more on our net worths. Okay? We have only been married for 2.5 years, and my wife is currently sleeping with another man. Then my next question is, what can she get? What are the possibilities? How will Georgia courts look at this? And then I said, use sources. In other words, Moya, cite some sources for me. All right. Don't worry, Charmaine. This is why we're doing this. Don't worry. That's why I only decided to go through the trouble today, and I decided to turn the camera on so we can talk. Let's talk. Like I said before, they might use the two law them, so they go after the two laws. We don't know Skitland law, so we can't talk about Skitland law. We can only talk about Georgia law. So we're going to use Georgia law to get some inkling. Look at what they're saying. So here are the key facts. Here are the key facts. Under Georgia law, the facts you describe create a very difficult result from the common assumption that the spouse automatically gets 50% of everything. In other words, Miss T, they must say right off of the cuff, there is no big old 50-50. You know, just get 50% just so. So this notion of saying she's entitled to 50% is not right. Friends, pay attention here. So we're going to just relax. Just relax. We're talking here. This is y'all's question. This is our question being pulled in to see if we can answer this question. The husband entered the marriage with $10 million net worth. Where I say Anthony have $10 million. The wife entered the marriage with $1 million. We're saying Amber had about $1 million. We're just giving numbers to this. We don't know the numbers. We're just giving numbers to this. The marriage lasted 2.5 years. These are the facts we're trying to get. Husband committed adultery early in the marriage and fathered a child. The wife filed for divorce but later reconciled. These are the key facts. These are key facts. These are key facts. Maybe Anthony need to change lawyer because she just tell him say automatically she deserve 50%. Maybe Anthony needs to change lawyer. That's what I'm trying to show y'all right now. Maybe right now Anthony does need to change him. I don't know. Maybe he need to change. Maybe Anthony's lawyer is pro-woman. And ladies, I'm not making it as a diss or anything, but I'm just saying she's not giving him what you call it, objective advice. Does Anthony need to change lawyer? Don't worry, Latoya. You're not in here for learning. You're in here for a pro-Amber stance. That's perfectly fine. You can do that as well, too. We're in here to learn. We're going to learn something. Does Anthony need to change lawyer? Maybe he needs to change lawyer. Maybe Anthony needs to change lawyer. No, I'm not going to sign the papers. Why we must give a woman 50% because sleep with the next man? Stop it. Lord gosh. Does Anthony need to change lawyers? Anyways, let's keep getting into the fact. The parties renewed their vows and continued the marriage. The husband did not commit adultery again because he didn't. The wife is now having an affair for divorce. The wife is now having an affair and files for divorce. Both parties' net worth increased approximately 20% during the marriage. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Anthony lawyer say she does deserve 50%, and I said maybe. Exactly. He did tell his lawyer that they reconciled. So he did tell his lawyer that them reconciled. So check this out. 1. Does the wife automatically get 50% of everything? The answer is no. Georgia is an equitable distribution state, not a community property state. Courts divide marital property fairly, which does not necessarily mean equally. Separate property generally remains with the spouse who owned it before marriage. No, now, come on now with a pro stance, But only like, come on to give you an objective viewpoint. I'm coming on to give you an objective viewpoint. Let's go through this together. I'm looking in the chat. It's obvious that they reconciled. They didn't go through with the divorce. Correct. Thank you very much. It doesn't matter. Amber will get something. We know she's going to get something. We're just talking about the 50% and where those things are and what the lawyer is telling her. Next question. What happens to the premarital wealth? The husband came in with $10 million. The wife came in with $10 million. We're saying Anthony money is him house and the things he had. The amounts these amounts are usually considered separate property, and they're not divided upon divorce unless they were commingled or converted into marital property. So, the first case is this. Have they been converted into marital property? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know if them converted into marital property. We don't know that. So them say, that means the husband's original $10 million, because we say Anthony had $10 million. The husband's original $10 million will normally remain his, and the wife's original $1 million would remain hers. Are you seeing this? O'Neal try to do a little simulation for y'all. Like I said before, if you're coming with a pro-Amber stance, you're not going to learn anything. I'm not going to help you. O'Neal is an objective thinker. I try to use the audience, to see if we can learn something from Amber and Anthony's, what they're having going on right now. Who knows? I may need to know this for the future. I'm just saying, I may need to know this for the future. Who knows? So let's keep going. What about the increase in value during marriage? If each spouse's net worth increased by 20%, husband started with $10 million, ended with $12 million, increased $2 million. The wife started with $1 million, ends with $1.2 million, increased $200,000. The critical question is, was the increase passive or marital? In other words, did they do it together or did they do it apart? That's what I'm thinking. But let's see it. Passive market appreciation of prenuptial investments may remain separate. That means if Anthony hasn't touched the money and the money went up, that's what they're saying, passive income. Then, appreciation caused by active marital efforts, labor, management. In other words, for example, the restaurant, that is a marital property. But the things that Anthony has before, that's there. Don't say that, O'Neal. What do you mean? Me don't know. Look here, Miss T. Me know what you mean, Miss T. But O'Neal take life like this. I never know why I'm learning a lesson, but I take the lesson. I remain teachable. One of my mentors tell me, O'Neal, always be teachable. Him say, O'Neal, be teachable. Even a baby can teach you anything. Even your enemy can teach you something. Even people who disagree with you can teach you something. So him say, remain teachable. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know why I need to know this, but life has put this into my way. God has put this into my orbit for me to be watching these kids at this time and be talking about them with other people. All right? That's why. It's not that O'Neal don't like Amber friends, but we're getting a lesson. Is either you want the lesson or you don't want the lesson. If you're taking it as a anti-Amber stance, me can't help you. You come on a channel that is, I'm a social worker at heart. My job is to see if me can advise people as much as possible, as well with myself, to help us understand different social issues. Marriage is a social issue. If you don't like it, friends, me don't know if I tell you. I don't know. I don't know. If you're taking it as an anti-Amber thing, maybe I'm not for you. I get it. At that point, me get it. Me understand. I get it. But I'm here to see if we can talk with other people like myself who live in different places and we can talk on a topic. If you can't talk on a topic, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know. I just don't know. Anyways, hold on, Eklin. I saw what you said. So let me read some comments real quickly. Let's read some comments. Okay, let's read some comments. It doesn't matter, Amber will get something. We know that. That's what I said. No. These women wouldn't sign away 50% of their monies. Exactly. You wouldn't do it, ladies. She filed for a divorce and then started an affair. Correct. That's in there as well, too. It doesn't matter. She will get something. We know that much. I said it before that she had no rights to his house. Someone that says, O'Neal, the way you're talking about Amber now is not like when Anthony was cheating with Sheila. You're not so in it than before. It looks like you are so happy that for Amber to lose. No. Only trying to investigate what the lawyers are saying and what we're trying to get out of it. We were talking about it like this before. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I doubt she gets 50%. Proper wording matters in court. It's still wrong, but the filing divorce was before the affair began. No problem. I'll put it in there for you. Exact, Stephanie. I'll make sure I put that in there for you. O'Neal, why don't you secretly write the skits where Anthony gets to keep his 50% because you're upset that Amber is getting away with cheating on Anthony? You are the skit whisperer. No, I'm not Dave. No, I'm not George. They challenge me all the time. What do you mean? The joint account funds are commingled. Yes, Miss T. This is nice, O'Neal. I'm just trying to give you all a broader perspective. That's all we are do as black people. We don't normally go through these things. And so, as black folk, I would think, or whoever else watching out there, who don't really get into divorce that much, we're getting an objective viewpoint. That's it. Be sure to include the hidden discovery of the assets and the divorce as well. Correct. I only wish Amber divorced him the first time. O'Neal, you really don't like Amber. All right, if you say so. At this point, if you all say so. According to the Georgia law, Amber is committing adultery, so it sure ain't going to get close to 50%. Yup, teachable, but don't apply it to yourself. Thank you very much, Miss T. O'Neal, Anthony has not proven that she's sleeping with someone else, so she should remove that sentence. We can't remove it because we're trying to look at it. The story might be going there. So we're trying to see what they're going to do. That's what they're doing. No, gosh. Exactly, O'Neal. Amber has never added money to Anthony's account. Phone records won't go away. With the judge, will pull up Amber's phone records and see Davis all over the place. If they show that. O'Neal, you can't put cheating because it's not known as of yet. O'Neal, insert in your question, I lost money coming into the marriage. We don't know that. That's what I'm saying. We don't know that. But if you say so. All right, let's work into it some more. Some people said to add some things. We will add them. So let's go. Let's keep running. Next question. Does the husband's idolatry matter? Does the husband's idolatry matter? Listen how it words it. It can matter, but reconciliation is extremely important. Remember, I started talking about this. When spouse reconcile after learning of idolatry, Georgia courts often view the misconduct as having been forgiven or condoned for the purpose of later divorce proceedings. Do you see this? That's why O'Neal is saying the cheating with Kai and the baby Kai and the cheating with Sheila might get thrown out. I saw. Me no know. Me can't bother. You know. Me can't bother. Me just like you know some other ways. Friends, remember, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just giving you a viewpoint. People are saying, she gonna just get the 50%, and only let's say there are pieces to consider. Folks, I'm just giving you other places that y'all are not thinking. Uno already is thinking about the hiding of the assets. Y'all are already thinking about Anthony having the baby. That's what you already are already thinking. I'm now trying to open up the screen for you. That's it. That's all O'Neal is trying to do. In your hypothetical, wife discovered the affair. Wife filed for divorce. Wife reconciled. Wife renewed vows. Wife continued. Those facts make it harder for the wife to argue years later that the original affair should not heavily influence property division because she knowingly resumed the marriage after learning of it. Margot, don't work. Margot, log off, Margot. Log off. Me no want to upset you, Margot. Margot, log off. Log off, Margot. Margot, log off. Don't worry about it, Margot. We can't take it today with you. This is for people who want to talk about this thing. Margot, if it's too much for you, if it's too heavy and I'm not so pro Amber like you want me to be, log off, Margot. Log off. Me good. Me good. The other people who want to talk, don't worry about it. We'll talk. We are trying to learn something. If you don't want to learn anything at all, log off. Friends, if you don't want to learn, log off. If you're not ready, if you don't want to learn anything new about whatever is there so we can talk about it, log off. O'Neal is not for you. I understand. Me get it. Me understand O'Neal is triggering. I get it. I trigger people too much. I get it. I get it. Me get it. God, me get it. No, I'm not standing with Anthony. I'm just trying to give you some more things to think about. So when Amber goes happy-go-lucky and our lawyer tells us that she have to get 50%, we just ask her the question, does she have to get 50%? Remember yesterday the lawyer said she almost can guarantee 50%. The question is, can she guarantee 50%? Can she guarantee? That's what our lawyer say. That's what I didn't say these things. That's what she said. Can the lawyer guarantee her 50%? That's the question. Right? That's what we are trying to argue. Can the lawyer guarantee 50%? And that the woman said yesterday she can guarantee 50%. Are you guys saying the 50% already won? But Margot, if we are paralegal, then all me do, Margot, is just bring up some things. Me not do nothing. What me do? Only let's bring up some pieces to give the audience. Give them it as well to Margot. Give it as well to. If O'Neal now do nothing, give it to. So let's go. I saw. A Georgia judge would likely focus more heavily on what caused the current separation. This right here, so. Rather than the affair that was known, forgiven, and followed by reconciliation. We just have a conversation, friends. I'm not pro any of them. Then, what about the wife's current affair? This is potentially significant. The Georgia law states that the spouse is not entitled to alimony if the separation was caused by the spouse's adultery. That's interesting. So this is a good question. If the husband can prove the wife committed adultery and her adultery caused her separation, then she may be barred from receiving alimony altogether. So it depends on how Anthony can prove that. Correct, like you're saying, that she filed afterwards. See, on a point of view is coming up in there. So this point may work against Anthony because it depends what he can prove. It depends on him prove it. We're just talking about this, friends. If you can't manage the topic, if it's too triggering for y'all, please don't make O'Neal destroy your Sunday. Go and eat your dinner if you cannot manage the topic. This is what I do. This is why I created this channel, to have conversations. So look at what them just said just now. What about the wife's affair? So they're saying if it depends on how the wife affair is presented, which is now with Dave. All right, so let's work at this again. Could she still receive part of the marital estate? Yes. Work in Amber's favor again. Adultery does not automatically eliminate a spouse's interest in marital property. You see that? In other words, she gets some points there. So, property division and alimony are separate issues. A court could deny alimony, still award the wife a share of the marital assets accumulated during the marriage. Jesus Savior. Wanna see it? So wanna say it in a pro Anthony? Do you see now that it's not pro Anthony? Do you see that there are parts in there that Amber wins? And there are parts in there where Anthony wins? That's what I'm telling you, say it's not clear cut. My point of view was trying to give people this is that it was not clear cut, but y'all want to tell me it clear cut. Let me read some comments because boy, they're not easy. You know, y'all not easy. Let me read some comments. Let's read some comments. Okay, all right. Anthony does not want to give away his money. I leave this and don't. I leave his don't have the other half. Okay, that's what you say right there. So, O'Neill, it's okay to agree to disagree. That doesn't mean anyone is upset or can't talk about it. All right, I see what you're saying, Margot. Thank you very much for that, Margot. And being that Amber hasn't helped him a dime in his estate, she will get nothing. Anthony needs to get a PI. That's correct. Misty, exactly, I do. I don't think O'Neill will bring up Anthony's flirting or any actions that contributed to her waking up or asking for a divorce. Shake my head. So if I try my best to forgive and move on and can't, will that be held against me? That's what they're trying to say. If you're forgiven the marriage, then them can hold that against you. That's what they're saying, because I'm saying you can condone it. That's what I'm getting from it. She will get something. We know that. They don't want to hear common sense anymore because Amber is invisible. Is that what you're saying? Invisible in their eyes, and the law speaks volumes instead of Wayne's infinity universe. We're just talking. You're too old to be lying and spreading BS lies and skits. We've been watching. Amber didn't bring none into the marriage. We told you who helped Ant to get his money back. Rolanda. So they must say, is Rolanda helped to get the money back? You know how Wayne write these skits, correct? I'm pro fact. It's going to come up. There would not have been a marriage if Anthony knew she was cheating the entire engagement and on the wedding day. I'm having fun. I love the research. Somebody says, have Ant give her back the money she gave to him when Ant was broke. That would be more than 50%. Would it be? It's just like Denzel Washington said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. O'Neill, she filed for a divorce before the affair, O'Neill. Yes, so O'Neill pinpointed to that just now. That is not a good question. Which one? Amber is going to learn. The game changer is Anthony did not come into the marriage with money, and Amber had contributed to sustain what he had. The house was in foreclosure. That is questionable, because I have not seen something where Amber has given him direct funds for that. So that is questionable. It's still questionable. That's bad advice. A lawyer cannot guarantee an amount. The lawyer almost guaranteed the man the money yesterday. Guaranteed the woman the money. So we ask the question. Anywho, let's proceed. Let's proceed. What is a realistic range? Let's talk, friends. What is a realistic range? What is realistic? No commingling of the husband's original $10 million. No prenuptial agreement. Marriage lasted 2.5 years. Wife's adultery caused separation, which I don't think it did. Husband's early affair was followed by reconciliation. A Georgia court might view the case roughly as follows. The wife's original $10 million separate property. The wife likely keeps her $1 million. Marital portion income earned during the marriage. There you go. Marital portion. Retirement contributions during the marriage. Active appreciation attributed to marital efforts. Assets acquired during the marriage. Then alimony, potentially zero if her adultery causes separation. If it causes separation. There you go. So that's why I know a lot of things need to be talked about. But let's jump up on this. See, we are talk friends. We're just talking. Most likely, the outcome, if based on the facts they provided. But y'all give me some new facts. So let's insert these facts. Recalculate if the wife started messing around after filing for a divorce. What else? What else do I put in there? What else? Husband smelling like perfume is not enough, Charmin. You need more than that. You need proof. You need actual proof. That's not enough. So, there you go. If the wife did whatever it is afterward. Let's refile that one. Let's go. All right, let's go. So let's see what we can find. Georgia law on adultery and alimony is strict, but it's also casual. A spouse can be denied alimony if they committed adultery and the adultery cause separation. That's already there. Property division unchanged. Okay, Georgia is still an equitable distribution, meaning that's what that is. She discovered it, filed for a divorce, reconciled. So that piece is in there. Alimony outcome and separate scenario. Likely result. Wife is not barred from alimony just for post-filing dating. Husband's argument for denying alimony becomes weak. So there you go. So his argument for alimony becomes weak. Georgia court usually focuses on financial need, standard of living, length of the marriage, earning capacity. Because the marriage is short, even if alimony is awarded, it will likely be a low amount, a short duration, and possibly none if both are high net earners. What changes overall? Compared to the original scenario, this version helps the wife because her dating is legally less damaging post-separation. So they must say less damaging. Husband cannot use it to block alimony. The court focuses more on the finances than the misconduct. Hurts neither side dramatically from the division. Premarital wealth still protected. Short marriage limits marital asset expansion claims. There you go. Talk to me now, friends. Talk to me. So Brittany never want her to do the dating thing because Brittany says she don't want that. Bottom line, if the wife only started dating after filing divorce, it does not significantly harm her case. It does not create a strong case for alimony defense for the husband. It does not meaningfully change the property division. The biggest controlling factor remains premarital wealth, short duration of the marriage. So there we go. There we go. Short marriage. The marriage short. The marriage was short. So the point of the matter, the biggest thing right here, so the biggest thing is this. Anthony's infidelity is questionable. This is what I'm seeing with it. It's questionable. What am I say is Anthony infidelity questionable because the wife reconciled. And that seems to give some precedent into what's going on. Which one of them, Charmin? I'm sure I ignore your comments. I just tell me if you look on some other things of smelling perfume. That's not enough. You need a PI for watch it and then for record it. That is not enough. It is not enough. Right now, what Anthony, even Amber coming home late is not enough either. Smelling Dave's perfume is not enough. That's a wash. It's not enough. It's not strong enough. That's what I get out of it. You want a PI. The biggest piece that you want a PI if you can prove that. It's not enough. Which one of the comment them, Charmian? Let's get into comment time. Reading comments. All of my comments them. No, sir. I would like to hear Ben explain how Abigail was able to get majority of his money when they were only married for 3 years and there was no affair or kids. And he's still giving her money. Georgia law, there's no legal separation. So technically, it's still an affair and affects the divorce. There you go. But there you go. That's that. The law is the law. Even with the law, the decision is based on individual circumstances that we both have to prove their reasoning correct. So, in other words, the point of the matter is this money is not guaranteed. Should can she get 50%? She can, but it's not guaranteed. The lawyer says she guaranteed. That's the way I say. Can Amber's lawyer guarantee 50%? That's how we are say. Even Anthony lawyer tell him say him basically guaranteed to pay 50%. That's the point. Amber will be awarded a Big Mac and with some fries. Yes. If there is no David, Amber could get everything correct. She's guaranteed the 50%. Is she guaranteed the 50%? Look inside of the chat and the comments. We're trying to show you that she's not guaranteed the 50%. Can a husband premarital assets? Can a husband hide premarital assets? His premarital assets in Georgia is seen as separate property as long as him don't commingle it. In other words, the investments that were locked away may not come into question. What is a short marriage? A short marriage is deemed a marriage with like less than, I think, 5 years. That's what I'm saying. We can ask what a short marriage in Georgia. What is considered a short marriage in Georgia? Remember what Brittany is saying now. Here you go. Less than 5 years. Less than 5 years is a short marriage. We want to ask again. That's what is a short marriage. Less than 5 years is a short marriage. It's short. Correct. They're legally separated. Oh my God. Yes, but they're separated. But they must say Georgia don't recognize legal separation, Miss Grant. You have to understand that. Does Georgia acknowledge legal separation? This is what it is, what they must say in Georgia. Do you see this, Miss Grant? Georgia does not officially recognize a traditional status called legal separation. However, you can do separate maintenance. That's something you can file for. Separate maintenance, what I've understood, and again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just giving you, when we interpret from when we read with it, you can go get one of these law firms to get deeper into this. Go to a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, friends. It is so, for example, let's just say you had a religion that says you cannot get divorced, then you do separate maintenance. But in Georgia, even if you file for a divorce, it's still considered adultery. That's what they might tell you. A bet should just be kept like it was. So Shelly was okay. Amber's character has been destroyed. Each time she lie and throw her freedom and cheat around, she loses. She loses to me. They are not legally separated. Look up Georgia law. Correct. The 50% isn't about what she deserves. It's about what she's entitled to due to infidelity. He failed to protect his own assets, marrying without a prenup. And what I'm saying to you is this, because she's reconciled, my dear, that is not a done deal. That is not a done deal, Miss Sims. That's where that fall in this category. Wait, let me find it for you. Right here. Artie Sims, look right here. Because she's reconciled, there's something called condemnation defense in Georgia. It's called condemnation defense. In Georgia, condemnation is an affirmative legal defense in a divorce where one spouse voluntarily forgives the other marital misconduct, such as adultery or cruel treatment, with full knowledge of the offense. Once established, it legally prevents the forgiving spouse from using specific instance of misconduct as a grounds for divorce. Do you see this? Amber fans, we're not here trying to see if we can beat you up, friends. We're just like giving us some other takes on the thing. That's all. We're trying to learn something just like y'all. Hey, that's what we do. We come here, we learn. This is what it is. So there is no, in other words, it's not like this big thing where she automatically gets through with these things. O'Neal, even if Roe gave him the money to save his house and Amber paid it back, it was after they got married and then they would be considered marital assets. Yes, it would, Tina. If Amber has given him any amount of monies, that does matter. That's what I'm looking. Technical, she did nothing until after he asked for a divorce. I might not like her acts, but she did not, according to Skitland, break her vows, as well as to real law, Miss Jones. Well, vows different, because she's still being idolatry. She's still an idolater. However, the law will maybe less penalize her for that. Remember, they're legally separated. She doesn't have to wait until divorce is finalized. However, Margot, what they're saying, and you are the paralegal as well, in Georgia, they're saying in Georgia, it still is considered adultery. No, I get you. What I must say is it not really affected as much unless Anthony can prove that is the reason for the separation, unless him can prove that. Unless him can prove that. O'Neal, I needed to look outside of the box at times. Let's say that the lawyer found out something about Anthony to cause him to settle for 50%. Like what? Give me an idea. They're not counting Victor, Kelvin, or Dalen kissing. Exactly. She is not legally separated, people. What if when Wayne said that Shayla did not know who her child's father was, he was stating something to come out and it doesn't, and it's not even about Kai, but it was about Anthony. I don't know. Possibly. I keep saying that there will be no divorce because they're going to work it out. But Amber didn't give him the money to Rolanda anything. So it doesn't matter. That's also an argument. Rusan, you're onto something. I haven't found any evidence to the contrary. People tell me, say, O'Neal, Amber give money. I don't see it. But just not have it. I just don't have it. And until I have it, I can't talk to it. Mona, if the lawyer knows the full extent of Dave's situation, she does not. These Amber advocates are unreasonable. They want Amber to win, and that's understandable. But in this case, she won't win. So sorry, Amber fans. Right, Charmaine? I said yesterday they'll find out, and Shayla really didn't have sex that night. That Kai is not his, so they'll not be together and raise Kai. A good lawyer can manipulate the Dave situation. Correct, Mona Lisa. And that way I say, clear cut. Thank you. Legal separation is a formal arrangement where a married couple lives apart but remains legally married. It involves court-ordered and mutually signed agreement and dictates asset division and debt. Wayne is using Skitland law. No, he's not. He's using both laws. He flips and flops between Skitland law and real law. Amber was going to eventually divorce Anthony whether he cheated or not. Correct. Riri, if Ant was smart, he would go to the court and ask the court for a DNA. And if it's favor, he can be in a driver's seat. Auntie Riri, it looks like Amber's lawyer found out some secrets about Anthony that could cost him, and he'll settle for the 50%. That's why it's guaranteed. Like what? O'Neal, there will be no divorce, period. But I see the big plot twist. Wayne's been dropping nuggets for a while now, but we're not paying attention to them. We're not paying them any mind. O'Neal asked if Denisha sleeps with Anthony and it comes out to Amber. Will she get 100%? All right, come on, memorize it. You want me to know if the husband starts cheating again? George want to know this. What if the husband starts, hold on, cheating again? Hold on, George. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, George. What is the likely? What is a possible split? What is a possible equitable based on this scenario? Again, friends, these are just scenarios. We're just trying to see if we can get some inkling. Look at this. Look at this. So with our example, George, hold on, I'm going to ask a question for you, George. I'm going to ask a question for you. With our example, look at this. Again, friends, we're just using what we have. We don't have everything, okay? We don't have everything. Stop beat up O'Neal as though O'Neal have everything and I'm giving you everything. I don't. Look at this. A possible split is this. Bottom line. In your fact pattern, a Georgia court would most likely produce this. Husband keeps 95% of his wealth. Wife keeps $1 million in prenuptial, plus a small moderate marital payout of about $200,000 to $1 million. Friends, don't beat me up. I'm just, you know what? Beat me up. Do what you want to do with me. At this point, me not care. Do what you want to do with O'Neal at this point. Do what you want to do with him. At this moment, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. do what you want to do with me right now. Do what you want to do with O'Neal. I'm just showing you how them can look on it. Look a bit. Do what you want to do with O'Neal. At this point, Margot, beat me up. Beat up O'Neal, Margot. Give me a bloody nose. Bloody nose. Give me a bloody nose. Give me a bloody nose. Blood up my nose. Blood up O'Neal nose. Blood up my face. Beat down O'Neal at this point. Beat O'Neal up. I can't take it no more. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. This is why I said yesterday, the pendulum can swing in any direction. This is what I was trying to tell you yesterday because it's too complicated for you just all of a sudden claiming 50%. Give O'Neal a bloody nose. Beat down, mash up my back cup. Mash me up. Do you want, please put some boxing gloves in the chat. If you want to beat up O'Neal, put some boxing gloves in the chat. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to ask it, George. Give me 1 minute. Let me just take some bloody nose first. Let me get some bloody nose from the Amber fans. Come, Amber fans. There you go. Please. This is for O'Neal. For those who think O'Neal has been biased, please put that in the chat. Put some boxing gloves in the chat if you think O'Neal has been biased. If O'Neal is biased, put the boxing gloves. Put the boxing gloves. Hold on, George. George, I'm going to put it in there, George. Hold on, I'm going to put it in there. Put up the boxing gloves. Come on, come love me up. Love me up with the boxing gloves. See them? do what you must with O'Neal. Me can't take it. It's fine. Me can't take it. If you think O'Neal biased, put your boxing gloves. There you go. Put your chair. That's right. Look here. I love y'all, friends. Look here. Me love Amber fans the same way, you know. Even when them think me not love them, I love them the same way. Put on the boxing gloves in that chat. All right. George says, what if Anthony cheats? Does that changes it? So right now, let's work this out. Recalculate. Here we go. Recalculate. If Anthony, if I start having an affair after the marriage is filed. George, here you go. George, this is for you. George, this is for you. George, because the divorce has been filed right now, if Anthony goes to sleep with Denisha, this is the scenario, George. Bottom line, does not significantly change property division, does not expose you to major financial penalty. I'm going to reread that. Does not expose you to major financial penalties in Georgia. Primary effects: courtroom optics, negotiation leverage. Charmin, did you remember yesterday? I keep telling you yesterday that there's something called optics in the court. It's called optics, Charmin, because it's how things look. Whether you're doing a child custody case or you're doing a family custody case, it is optics, how it look. The court is looking at it. They might look on specific things for the judge to award anything. George, here you go. This is for you, George. If Anthony were to sleep with Denisha, this is the bottom line. If Anthony slept with Denisha. If Anthony slept with Denisha. This is why we were saying that Amber needed to keep quiet. Here you go. So Skitland Law and Real Law is battling to have Anthony lose money. It's about optics. What only you tell you the other day, Shamin, optics, how it looking at the courtroom. When your lawyer go in there and start arguing, how it look. George, this is for you, George. Where are you, George? Come out of the woodwork, George. I did this because of you. Did this help you, George? Where are you, George? Where are you? Where's George? Do you see this, George? Nothing will happen to him if him go sleep with Denisha. But she denied him. But George, I'm glad she denied him because she did what Dave should have done. Denisha did what Dave should have done. But George, nothing will happen to him because they already filed a divorce. That's a good question. What if the wife sold a house? All right, let's put this into it. What if the wife sold a house and did not tell the husband? That's one. And then two, and the husband hid the assets he had there we go. We're now putting some more upon it now. Ready? Ready, friends? Ready? Let me read some comments first. Let me read some comments. And then we'll get out of here, friends. But see, I'm just, look here, friends. Look here. If you don't appreciate this, I don't know if I tell you. I try to make the channel valuable, and I try to be very objective when we talk to y'all, and we try to see if we can use, some semblance of law and see if we can learn something. If we don't like this, I don't know if I say. If you don't know like this, then hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. That's okay. Love for O'Neil. I'm going to place you on timeout. Me? Margot, I love you too much. I swear. Once a lawyer can guarantee 50%, she's got something to reveal. I hope so. O'Neil, will Amber have to pay Anthony for the house she sold? I've added that and I'm coming up with it right now. Someone else said Anthony's chance of cheating was just shut down by the lovely Denisha. Correct. O'Neil, do you think the council will help both of them forgive each other? Maybe. Possibly. Nothing will happen. O'Neil, Mike just told Rafi that Diva cheated on him with Ty. You've been feared. Listen to me. I've been trying. Yep, appearance matters. Natasha didn't like Anthony. It was an NDA she signed at the wedding. Natasha was not Ant's lawyer. She was Wayne's lawyer. Shania never mentioned a prenup when Ant went to him during the first divorce. I want Anthony to have 2% by the time they're done with him. Might not get it. Judges look at past behavior, past charges, everything before coming up with a ruling. Denisha is not easily persuaded like the other Skitland women. She peeps game and not moved by money. She likes money, but it does not persuade her choices. Yes, Auntie Riri, and I'm glad you spoke about this. I'm glad you talked about this. I was so happy, and I have been basically praising her over here. Trust me, I've been praising her. I've been praising Denisha because she deserved the praise. He go press harder. Anthony will continue to court Denisha. If Anthony gets a very aggressive presentation, that can make a big difference in his favor. That's true. O'Neal, Anthony knows she sold the house. Hold on, we're going to get into it. No, but in the note, no, he didn't know she sold the house. He didn't know that the house was in her father's name. In other words, she concealed the asset in itself because it's something that they did together and she has concealed it. Remember, she tell Daniel that she was hiding things? She is hiding things. If Amber gets pregnant, does Anthony have to pay child support? They're still married. Yes. Yes, because once your wife gets pregnant by another man, in most states that I've seen, you're responsible. O'Neal would have run. I'm telling you what I would do. I'd run. You're not find me. You can't catch me. I'm at the back of my shirt, you're going to see. Amber did tell Anthony, but put the funds from the house in her father's name. Correct. So in other words, it's not straight. That's what we're saying. The money not straight. Amber's house is marital property. Correct, because it purchased during the marriage. This is a great. I like fact check answers. You know what O'Neal is doing already. O'Neal try to see if him can get lick up. You know, that's what I'm doing, Riri. What are the chances of Amber getting the house based on what we know? With Dave's affair being exposed to 50%, they're saying it might not be as much, depending on what they show us. Depending on what they show us. So, wife sold it out, telling the husband, marital property, whatever it is, serious issue. All right, okay. So, both of them hide assets. This is what we've said. Both of them has hidden assets. Both of them have issues. So, let's go. So, bottom line, financial dishonesty in Georgia, divorce does not automatically erase ownership rights. Give the other spouse everything, but it does shift percentages. It triggers offsets. It increases attorney's fee exposure and damages credibility heavily. Somebody them ask us to model a scenario. Look at this. Boom. What if Amber had 500,000 and Anthony had hid 200,000? We're gonna get the thing with it right now. Let's get something. What if Anthony hid $2 million and Amber had hid 500,000? What happens then? Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. So what could happen is, look at the outcome. This is an outcome. Look at this outcome. He knows that she sold it, but the money is hidden. He doesn't know where the money is. She has hid the money. That's what we're saying. So we're saying she's hidden the money. In other words, him don't know about the money there. He doesn't know about it. You know what? Hold on. Does Anthony, let's ask this question. Does Anthony know about the money from the house? Does he know about the money from the house? That's the question. Does he know about the money from the house? Maybe O'Neal is off of his rockers, because didn't she tell Daniel she put it somewhere else and she do all sorts of different things? Didn't she tell Daniel these things? Oh, not go on, I couldn't remember them stuff like friends. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is what we're seeing. So here we go. Husband's likely outcome: retains most of his 10 million premarital estate, loses about 1 to 2.5 million equivalent. Wife likely outcome: keeps her $1 million, gains 1.5. In other words, she's going to get something. But is it 50% of the asset? She told Daniel she hid the... everything to these people. You know, O'Neal, fine. It's okay. I get it. O'Neal, it's your job. Prove where you need to prove. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. All right. All right. Fine. I have to do this all the time. Every single time I have to do this. Every single time. Every time I have to do this all the time. Every time. Every time. I have to do this every single solitary time with y'all, man. It's like when I can't just take on and say, you know, and you know what? You know what, friends? No, don't worry about it. It's fine. You know what? You're doing the right thing. I'm going to congratulate you, y'all. Yes, you know what? O'Neal should prove to you. I apologize. I apologize, friends. I apologize. I should prove everything that I've said. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me find this skit for you. Let me find it for you. Don't worry, friends. You're right. You're right. O'Neal should prove it to you. Can someone put it inside the chat for me, please? Go ahead. Because I'm going to get you something else. I think I remember where it is. Okay, let me see something. Can someone put it in the chat? For those who keep saying she never, whatever it is. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Something still doesn't feel right, you said.
It doesn't. And it's crazy to me.
I hated telling you that.
No, it's
But
okay. I appreciate it. In my name.
That's something.
That is something. Huh. Anyway, something to think about.
Chess pieces.
Chess, yes. Chess, not chess.
Hold on, friends. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to find it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it for y'all. I have to do this. I realize what I do. I try to keep people together. Let's go.
And everything we have talked about, I would think that you would understand what we were talking about. You shouldn't have gone back and talked to Anthony about it. That's supposed to be for you.
So you think I'm stupid again, right?
Well, I mean, come on, girl, you're being stupid.
Okay.
In a loving way.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean...
So first of all, how was I not going to tell him? You didn't think he was going to find out?
You guys are interconnected. If he's going to be deceitful...
There's been a lot of people coming.
Well... could you actually maybe send John to the back? I want to talk to you about something. Talked about that you would want to share.
Can someone find this for me, please? I'm trying to find it for y'all just so I can give it to y'all right now.
Oh. I just don't move like y'all.
All right, well, I can only say so much. Protect yourself. It's like insurance. You need insurance. You need a protection plan.
All right, hold on. I'm going to find it for you. I'm going to find it. Amber tells Daniel about her. See, I got to do this online. Rainy day fund. Let's see if we can find it. Boom. There we go. I got it. We got it. We got it, friends. I apologize. It took me a little time to find it. Well, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it, friends. We got it. I apologize. We got it. It took me a little time to find this. So I'm going to find this for y'all. Let's go.
And can you guys go to the back, please? Go ahead. Yeah. Let's go. I told you about. It was a house that Anthony bought for me. It's a rental property, and it's been.
Stop it again. Stop it again. Pay close attention. Close attention. Come into it, friends. You know O'Neal. He's going to give you facts. Let's go. Listen again. Listen about the house. So for those who keep saying, yeah, but she tell Anthony. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right, friends. There you go. That was the monies, and she put it in her father's name. That's where the money was put, friends. So it's being hidden. The money is hidden. Anthony doesn't know about the money. That's what I'm saying. No. Wait. Wasn't the house a gift to Amber? No. Oh boy, God. All right, friends. Okay. So in other words, you're not saying she never hide it. That's a problem with her hiding. Look here, friends. She put the house in someone else's name. See if I can find that for whatever is hiding money from her. I don't have it. She put the money inside of. I'm gonna get that video for you. Don't worry. She put the money. They're going to look at both finances, friends. I'm gonna look for find where the finance them go. Y'all just want them to look for Anthony's finance and not Amber's. They will look at both. They will look at both finances. End of the day, friends, it might just be 20%. All right. All right. If y'all want to tell me that she's not hiding money. Does Anthony know about the money? That's the question. She put the house in someone else's name. That's considered hiding. Okay, let's work this out. Let's work this out. If you sell a house while you are married and then put it in someone else's name, without telling your spouse, is that considered hiding in the eyes of the court in Georgia? There you go. There you go. It's considered hiding. She's hiding monies. It's hiding. He doesn't know where the money went. She has hidden the money. Just like how he's hidden monies, she's hidden monies. And that's what I just show you just now. Yes, you're hiding the money. Or else he would know about the money that you're putting it in someone else's name. He would have known that. They both are hiding monies, friends. That's the point I was raising. They're both hiding money. They both are hiding monies. That's what it is. Yes or no? That's what it is, friends. That's all I'm going to say. If you put it in somebody else's name, you hide the money because your husband don't know about it. That's why it's a wash when it comes to the hiding of the assets can become a wash. The problem with this is that every time I try to, that's what the problem is. That's what the issue. But let's go. I think she put it in her father's name, but Anthony does know about her selling the house because he overhears the conversation. She came clean with it. But he doesn't know where the money is. Carletta, he does not know where the money is, and that is what is considered hiding. The husband don't know where the money there. He don't know it there. He doesn't know where it is. Them a hide money, man. What you mean them not hide money? We're not going to know what going. They both are. She's hiding 500,000 and he's hiding $1 million. He might hide millions, correct? That's why I just showed it to you just now. What if that was the case? And based on our good old friend ChatGPT, which I've asked to help us with sources, of course, they've given us a likely scenario. So as a bottom line, what did I say, Margot? Margot, if me love you, come more, say Margot. Good gosh, if me love you some more. If me love you some more. If Amber had not stopped first stop the first fighting, she could have also sued Shayla. Look here. The point is this. Amber's claim was better in the first marriage than it is in the second marriage. Amber's claims, Amber's request was more reasonable in the first marriage. This is where she had the most power and the most strength. The first marriage is where Amber had the most strength. Let me read some comments, friends, because I haven't read y'all's comments. Biscuit is so dumb. You guys are going back and forth with Amber doing what Anthony's doing. Get over it, the divorce, and move on. Who cares? I'm so tired of this kid. Well, that's what it is. It is what it is. You don't have to listen into it. We didn't know some of these things. Doreen, I didn't know these things. Maybe you know them before I did. Maybe you're a lawyer and you knew them. I didn't know them. So O'Neal is learning. Maybe you know them, Doreen, and you're a lawyer. So if you're a lawyer and you knew all of these things or you were privy to the information, then kudos to you. You are a wise person. But O'Neal is still learning. O'Neal is learning. Every time we turn on my cameras and we talk about this and y'all give me something else, I'm still learning. No, ChatGPT is not a lawyer. It's just giving us a framework to think. That's all. It's not a lawyer. It's not a legal thing. It's just giving us a framework. That's why we said it's the judge it matter. The Amber fans are ridiculous. It's a wash. But if Anthony is hiding, Anthony's hiding when she's hiding because she bought a house. O'Neal Anthony didn't buy that house. Remember, that's the same Angelina requested money from her and said she'll see him with the DNA results. Even if he didn't bite Eklund, right? Even if he didn't bite, they bought it while they're inside of the marriage. Just like how y'all are trying to argue the house that Anthony now owns, it's the same argument. That's the point we're trying to raise with you now. The same argument. I know which one y'all are talking to. Them hate ChatGPT because no, friends, look here. It's not 100% proof. You still need a lawyer, friends. You still need a lawyer. This is not legal advice. This is not legal advice. This is just getting an objective viewpoint. That's it. It's not legal advice. Disclaimer to those who out there who are trying to take this as legal advice. It's not. Thank you. Thank you. It's not legal advice. That's all. Let me read some comments. It's all about who's gonna win, who's gonna do this, who's gonna do. We are saying, yeah, well, all right, Dorian, we don't know. We don't know if it's set here, Dorian. Dorian, there are people in the chat who didn't know a lot of the things that are coming up. Now, if you want black people to stay ignorant and dark and dumb and stupid and in the dark ages, then you can keep that. If you want black people to stay dark and dumb and ignorant, then that's the viewpoint. You can keep that viewpoint. This is the information age. And in the information age, people are going to tussle about different opinions. Kountry Wayne has given you a skit and has allowed you the opportunity to review things that you wouldn't know. Now, you can either take that as, you know what, let me look into this. What is this really like? And try to learn something. Or what you can do is take it as, okay, it doesn't suit my narrative. So you know what, it's stupid. It's up to you. Whichever you choose is perfectly fine. What I've chosen is to learn something. So maybe if this comes up, at least I have an idea what it looks like or how to think. That's all I'm saying. If you don't want a viewpoint, then leave it go. Maybe this is not for you. Like I said before, my channel is for people who come in here to try to learn something. If you're not trying to come here to learn something, I'm not for you. I tell you, I'm not a pro Amber fan. Like that's what it is. I'm just not a pro Amber fan. I'm not a pro Anthony. I'm not a pro anybody. I'm trying to see exactly. I can watch the skits them and learn something. That's it. If you're not coming here to learn anything, switch off, log off. If you're coming to come do the whole Amber dance, oh, well, Amber forget this, Amber must do that, then switch off. I'm invaluable to you. If you want black people to say dark and dumb and inside of the dark ages where every other racial group think of us, that we're stupid and we're idiot and we don't know anything and we're dumb, then you can keep that opinion there. So this channel is for enlightenment of black folk. So when them bring up the topic of divorce, we can talk on it. That's what this is for. That's why I tell you to leave on the thing that nothing wrong with your bias, you know. But don't make your bias now start to see if you can discredit the other people that were trying to talk on different things. That's what it is. That's the point. When Margot tells us that she's a paralegal and Margot gives you some advice, great. She gives some opinions. When Miss Grant gives you some opinions, great. She gives some opinions. Then when Miss T gives some opinions, great. Then when Auntie Riri gives some opinions, great. That forms a community of people. That allows us to talk and to share knowledge. When George said, O'Neill, look up this, that gives us opinion. When Rusan said, check this out. When Moneylaw says something else, or Malcolm says something else, those things allow black people to come together and to try to form opinions. That's what this is for. If you're not with my show, friends, log off. I love y'all, but listen to me, friends. I'm here solely for the betterment and the upliftment of black people. just get that in your brain. In case you haven't gotten the memo, my show is for the upliftment of black people. That's what it's for. If you're not with that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. My show is for the upliftment of black people. Simple. That's what my show for. The upliftment of black people. And to enlighten us. That's what it's for. If you don't want there and if you think you want to take a pro stance and go on. This is what my show is for. When you come on every single night and you come watch my show, this it come for. This is what it is for. I may joke in some of the topics them, I may joke and I may call the lawyer, Temu lawyer, I may say different things. Those are me just bantering and just basically, just taking jabs. But the real reason I do this, Doreen, just to speak to you, is so I can at least leverage knowledge because I don't have all the knowledge. Neither do you. Neither do any of the persons inside the thing there. The writers them give you some topic. It's not, don't worry about it, my friend. This is for us. It's not toxic. The thing is information. Either you take the information or you don't. This is not toxic. It's information. This is not toxic. It is information. It's how you see the information. It is information. That's what it is. And this is what it is. And a learning opportunity. This is what it is. In case you don't know why O'Neill do the show. To you, you think I'm just here trying to be pro Anthony and pro man. You've missed the point. This is what my show is about. This is not toxic. When them show you a divorce happen every day. Divorces happen every single solitary day. So the question for you is, do you understand divorce? So that way you can understand marriage. So when you are getting a marriage, you know how to approach it. That's what the topic is. When them give you the Amber and Anthony character, in your mind, it's toxic. Let me switch off. Okay, you've learned nothing. All you did was learn nothing. All you did was get upset because it don't fit your narrative and you lock it off. You've learned nothing. That's what it is. Research and obtain the knowledge. It's a conversation. If you can't hold conversations, friend, then you're not on the wrong channel. I'm sorry. I have not met your expectations. You really didn't understand why I do this. Yes, I want to entertain the audience, but if you look inside of my bio on my YouTube channel, it is so we, black folk, can talk on some topics. So when them give us the PR topic, and then give us a Shayla topic, and then tell us about the alcohol abuse thing, it's great. We can talk about it. When them talk about divorce, we can talk about it. When them talk about basically relationships, we can talk about it. That's what this is for. Yes, that is correct. It's not toxic, man. It's just for you to talk, man, and for you to get a conversation going. Is if you're taking the conversation, and if you're not, you have missed the value of the skits. I've told you this over and over again. You missed the value. They gave you an opportunity to learn, and you didn't take it. If we're going to move forward as black people, we need to leverage knowledge. That's what we need to do. Good gosh. Don't y'all understand this? When I come on, y'all think I'm just coming here pro, whatever it is. Sure, I might take jabs, friends. But even if I take a jab, the truth of the matter is that's just me being quirky. Or just moving around, and that's just me basically trying to make sure I integrate elements of entertainment in there. But the truth of the matter is there are lessons. Are you taking the lessons? That's what it is. That's what it is, my dear. So don't come over here with the if you come over here with the just being pro Amber, you're not gonna learn nothing. Because then all of a sudden you're not ask the right question them. Ask me question, man. Say, O'Neal, but what if Amber does this? But what if Anthony does this? Just like George asks us now. What if Anthony cheat? What I do? That's what you want to do with this with the thing. That's what we're for, friends. That's why we made this channel. That's why the channel is here. It's a place where we can gather together and talk. So stop beat up on yourself. Sometimes when you get too worked up, I tell you, say, don't get worked up. Yesterday, the lawyer said she can guarantee 50%. O'Neal said, you're sure? Really? So O'Neal needed to learn, wait, I've never seen that before. Maybe she can guarantee 50%. So we'll research it. That's what it is. Anyways, friends, I don't want to beat y'all up. I'm not trying to beat y'all up. I'm just trying to let you know why we come on here. That's all. Stop thinking we're anti anything at all. We're not. Some of the times we might laugh at the characters, but we really are trying to see if we can learn something. That's it at the end of the day. But nonetheless, friends, look here. I love y'all nonetheless. I'm always going to love you nonetheless. No matter how much you fight, no matter how much you quarrel and fight, I'm still going to love you nonetheless because I saw it go. My entertainment is based in love. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye. Welcome to the O'Neal Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.